Hello and welcome to this short little video on taking an online class. Yay! You're about to take an online class. Maybe you've done this before, you're a pro, maybe this is your first time. Well, I'm going to give you a little hint. It's not the same thing as sitting in a classroom. It's different. Some people do very well with online classes and some people do not do well with online classes. To see what category you fit in, let's do a little example. So let's say you are studying social work. You want to help people. Why not? Good major, helping people. It's good stuff. You have a very busy life. You're trying to find a class you need to take. All the classes that are scheduled in classrooms conflict with your schedule except for one. So let's say you find a class and you're like, oh, good, I can take this one particular class. But it just so happens that the class that's available is in Spanish. Okay, now, if you don't speak Spanish, then you will probably not do very well in that class. Now, even though the subject matter may be the same, it's being taught a different way, okay? And it's being taught in Spanish. Now, this is not a Spanish class. No, this class will be taught in English. But the concept is, if you are not very technically savvy, then you are going to struggle. This class is online, which means you use a computer. If you don't like computers, if you're not familiar with computers, if you don't know basic stuff about computers, then maybe, just maybe, online classes are not for you. This is not a technology class. This is an English class, which is taught via technology. That'd be kind of like taking a social work class in Spanish and expecting the teacher to teach you Spanish first and then social work. No. So this class does require some basic ideas about technology. Which means you basically know how to turn on a computer, access the internet, do research, and I can show you a bunch of different things like that. How to upload files, how to download files, and again, for this class I will show you some of the stuff, but if you have zero clue to what I'm talking about, then you may struggle in this class because, again, it does use technology. Now, something else to keep in mind. Some folks say, oh, well, I've got a smartphone, so I can take an online class. Now, granted, there are many different things you can do with smartphones. They are fantastic devices, and for this class, there are some things you'll be able to use and do with your smartphone. However, that does not mean that that is the only thing you need to have. You need to have an actual computer, or at least have access to one at the library or your friend's house or someone's house. But you need to have access to a real computer because you're going to be writing papers and doing research and such, and that is very challenging and very difficult to do just on a smartphone. I'm speaking because I've had several students say, oh, I had a hard time doing this assignment because I couldn't get it done on my smartphone. And I said, well, yeah, because it's not designed to be done on a smartphone. This is an online class for computers. It just so happens that some of the features can be done on the phone, but it's not designed for the phone, it's designed for the computer. Have I beat that to death? I think so. Now, some things to be aware of. Have a backup plan. I can't tell you how many students will send me a panicked message. Oh, Professor Morgan, I was about to submit my assignment and my computer blew up, or my internet went down, or my dog ate my mouse, whatever. Okay. Yeah, guess how many times I hear that? Like, a lot. It's amazing how many times computers do that right at the exact moment you need to do assignments. Yeah, now, technology is not perfect. Stuff does go wrong and will go wrong, so you need to have a backup plan. If you're going to be out of town, then make sure you can get access to a computer somewhere. I've had students say, oh, I was out of town and I couldn't get online because I had no cell signal, or I couldn't get to a computer, so I needed extended time on the assignments. No, that'd be like saying I went out of town on vacation, I missed your class, I wasn't able to be in your class, so I need you to make it up for me because I was out of... No. You need to have a backup plan, okay? And part of this backup plan, and this is hugely significant, is don't do this. Wait until the last minute. It is human nature. I see it all the time with students. We have deadlines of when things need to be turned in. I'm a big stickler on the deadlines because I need to get the work done and give you feedback. And I'm not chasing students down to find assignments. Be very clear when assignments are due and how to submit them and stuff. If the deadline is 11:55 p.m. and you log in at 11:50 p.m. to try to submit it, which happens all the time, then all of a sudden your computer's acting up, or your Wi-Fi is down, and you're freaking out and you're starting to sweat, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to get on. Well, don't wait till 11:50. You don't have to even wait till the day that it's due. I mean, you don't. It's human nature. Some people feel like they have to do that, but I will tell you time and time and time again, students who turn their assignments in early, maybe in the middle of the day of due or even the day before, generally do very well in the class. Not a bias. I don't grade them any better, but you can tell when assignments are rushed. So you need to plan this out. This is an online class where we don't meet face-to-face. You basically have to have that self-motivation, self-drive to get in there every week, probably about every other day, I would say. Get in there, see what's going on, make sure you're working on the assignments. Now, as a teacher, how will I help you? Well, I'll do a few things. Number one, I will post videos each week explaining what needs to be done and how to do it. So if you're like, okay, what are we doing this week? Well, you'll go in and watch a video, something like this, and I will walk you through step by step things you need to do, some videos you need to watch, some things you need to read, some assignments you need to do, some quizzes you need to take, and such. But I will show you, I'll explain what not only needs to be done, but how to do it. That's something I will do to help you. Also, I will give feedback within 48 hours of the due date of any assignment. So if something's due on a Monday night, I will give you feedback by Wednesday night. Usually I do it a lot faster than that, but I do build in a couple of days just in case stuff happens to me in real life. But I just feel it's important that you get feedback quickly so that you can build on that. I will respond to your emails within 24 hours or sooner. So if you email me, say, hey, I have a question about this or whatever, I will respond within 24 hours. I usually check my email several times a day. Again, I do have a life, so there are times when I'm away from my computer for extended periods of time, but I will respond to you within 24 hours during the school year. I will help direct you to the resources which can help you with technical questions. Again, I am not technical support. I am your English teacher. If you're like, hey, I don't know how to do this particular thing, then I will say, contact this person in technical support, and they can help you. Not that I'm unwilling, but that's not really my thing. I probably can't, they can answer it better than I can. But again, I am your English teacher. In addition, I will direct you to the resources you can use to help with your writing. There are all sorts of different materials, both online, there are computer programs, and depending on which school you're going to, they even have writing centers which you can contact. But I will make sure that you have all the resources you need to be successful in this class. So with that, I don't mean to scare you, but I do just let you know, because a lot of students take an online class and don't realize, oh, I need to actually have an idea of how to use a computer. Yes, you do. With that all being said, just a little bit of encouragement here. I believe that you got this. You can totally do this. Just take it through one step at a time. Stay online. Keep checking in every day or so, and you'll be fine. All right. Well, with that, go ahead and get to work.